so you can't just where I am, and then, like in a line, basically. Because I don't want you to be able to see inside for when I go over some of this other stuff.
All right, good deal. So in theory, Saw Gunner would go first.
Nah.
Okay.
Well, and I'll talk about that because,
Cool.
like, yeah, that's going to be part of my spiel, which I'll just go ahead and do right now.
Sweet. All right, come on, Brett. Get on my butt. Come on, my butt.
All right, so
Don't do it.
I decided to do this little tutorial thing because, first of all, I really like it, and I'm sure you guys do too. I think it'll be fun for us. Also, it'll give us a chance to, kind of see how things are done in real life, and then later on decide what we think transfers to in game.
Find like a happy balance there.
Yeah, and the whole point of it was like, I mean, first and foremost, like obviously this is just for fun. I'm actually not sure how much this does translate to the game, but I think it's important to know some of these basic principles just because I've seen like all of us have to clear rooms before, and to be honest, it's been a clusterfuck at times.
Oh God, has it ever? It's
Yeah.
it's turning into wiener, wiener, wiener.
Yeah. Well, the good news is, I mean, we're all good at first-person shooter video games. So when I watch you guys clusterfuck into a room, at least you're actually good, and so you get kills. It's not like we all die all the time. But I think that if you could get like if we could all get some of the basics down to where it's automatic, I think that it would, be even better. But also, more importantly, I think it would be fun because when it's done right and it's done smoothly, even if you just like don't even get a kill, I think
Feels
it's fun.
good. Yeah. All right.
All right, so I'm gonna get into it. First thing I wanted to talk about was the stack. I'm sure you guys know what that is. It's basically you see everybody lined up. Now in like law enforcement in the military, you get close, and I mean like
You pretty much touch the chest right.
Exactly. And in fact, in some units, depending on what they teach, especially like in law enforcement, they even do entry like no voice entries. So sometimes it's all just done through touch, which is pretty cool. But that doesn't really translate to this. I would say that the principle behind it still stands. So if you have the time to stack up, I would try to do it, because what this translates to is when the first person goes through the door, it just reduces the time that other guns are inside the door as well, right after. And that'll be, I mean, that's obvious, but that'll be more apparent. So doorways in real life are called the fatal funnel because they're the ultimate choke point. I mean, whether the enemy knows you're coming or not, if you stay in a doorway, you're fucked. Yeah. So the whole idea is to get through that doorway almost no matter what. So one little technique that you can do, well, actually I'm going to talk about speeds first. So there are a couple speeds like in real life, but in this game I kind of figured there were 3. So the slowest speed, or let's go fastest speed. Fastest speed is making entry by sprinting. So just like running in, right? With your gun down. Now in this game, depending on what weapon you have, you can go from a sprint to a hip fire pretty quick, nearly instantly. And we get hip fired like that all the time. Right, so second speed is just regular move. Not shouldered, not aimed, not sprinting, just moving with the gun up. This is actually how I prefer to make entry, although people who are just super twitchy still probably outplay me just because they're better at fucking video games than me.
Yeah, they play all day, so.
Yeah. The slowest speed is actually weapon up with looking down the sights. I sometimes, I'll tell you like the times that I like to do that, but generally making entry, it's just too damn slow in a video game. So yeah. I would recommend it, and I'm sure you guys know that. The times that I do use it, and you guys might be familiar with this term, but it's called slicing the pie. Does all 3 of you know what that is?
Yes, at least I do.
Anybody not know?
Like
Yeah,
an angle?
pie in the corner. I know what that's at.
Yeah, so this is a perfect example. Most doorways in Battlefield are open. So slicing the pie is good if a couple conditions are present. If you're being pretty stealthy as a squad, and if you don't know for certain that there's an enemy inside and you have the time to do it. So basically the idea of a pie is that you're looking at every single angle inside a room like this. And it should look like a half circle around the opening.
Using the funnel of death as kind of cover.
Right,
way.
right.
One
So-
person would do that.
Yeah. So everybody else would be on security, and one person would slice the pie. And it's really the idea is in real life you're actually leaning as much as you possibly can while still maintaining a solid firing platform. But I've only been able to get good pie slice kills only a few times in this game just because everything is so hectic. But it's pretty damn satisfying when you do. So, obviously when we're all running together, it's not like every single goddamn opening or every single angle we're going to do this. But it's just good to know because it's fun to do sometimes, especially for being real stealthy.
Well, maybe not on locker, but sometimes we go and take a flag that has a building in there that we know is hot.
Like the buildings at B at Zavod.
Yep, exactly, yeah.
So if we think that there might be a bad guy hiding in one of those buildings, one thing the point man can do is just start pieing, But again, if the enemy, I don't know. I mean, if the enemy knows it's just waiting at the door, it's probably better to just frag and just everybody make dynamic entry. So that's what we're going to cover mostly as far as room clearing. We're going to be covering dynamic entry. The speeds you want to go is either sprint, if you're really good at twitching, or just regular speed like this, like I do. And then I don't care. I don't give a shit how you kill people. Just however, if you like to raise your gun once you're inside, do it, whatever you're best at. Oh, one more thing as far as openings. You guys familiar with the term flagging?
Yeah, don't point your weapon in there before you're ready to go in.
Do you see my weapon on me?
Yep.
So this is flagging, and you'll see people do this in CQB. Like right now, they think they're being CQB, but every single person in the hallway can tell there's a guy here.
So what about lasers?
Lasers flag. Yep.
Chuck,
so
go
take
back
them
in.
off.
Can you see my laser?
Yes, I can.
Can you see the dot on the wall or the entire laser?
I can see the dot on the wall,
Okay.
but I would know that you were around the corner.
Right. What about now?
Extra, probably.
No. Yes, now.
Now? Okay.
Mine, yeah. There,
Okay.
yeah.
But if you keep the laser in check, such as it's not pointing in until you're going in by keeping it either down or pointing at the wall to the left of you, in this case, that's
yeah,
okay.
but all they need is one flash, and they know.
Yeah, I see it bouncing all the time.
Yeah, you gotta
Walls,
be
off the
careful.
ground.
I would say if
I don't think it translates perfectly.
Because my
to the
thing
other
is, the
player.
laser would be good for the medium speed, for the walking hip fire speed.
yeah.
Yeah,
because
if we're
you're-
rushing in, I'm hip firing with
So
a
we could
shotgun.
do is turn the laser off until we're ready to go in, switch them on, squeak, go in, and
Or I'd say point man just doesn't do it at least.
okay, yeah, that'll work.
Or point man flips it on real quick right as they're making dynamic entry. All right, so let's talk about the basics of the entry. The goal is here's the goal for everyone to be outside, then to be inside, spread out, covering every angles, and through that door as fast as possible. So the way you do that is by stacking up and making dynamic entry. And there's a set way for everybody to move. And it might seem really structured at first, but in real life, and especially in video games, as long as you have the principles down, it's actually pretty fluid. And it's not about, it's about people doing the basics. It's not about people obsessing exactly where to stand or exactly how to move. So as long as you have the fundamentals down. So the fundamental is this: whoever the point man is has to go a certain way. And some people prefer to button hook. So if we're on the left, if we're stacked up to the left, and I know I'm flagging the room, but if we're stacked up to the left like this, some people prefer the point man to do this and button hook in and cover this corner.
So you go directly U-turn.
Yeah.
And that's your push to get out of the way of the other guys, pretty much.
Now, I don't know what the real deals are teaching right now currently in the military, but I've never liked the button hook because I think it makes the point man slower, and the whole idea is for the point man to get his ass in the fucking room because element of surprise is the only thing that's going to save your ass. And so when I was training CQB, both in the military and in executive protection, I never did a button hook unless we were doing super slow clearing. So I prefer point man to go across the door like that.
Okay, just kind of keep going straight. If you were crossing the street, just
Right.
Do it again.
So
yeah, we need
I
to see. Do it
so
again.
if I'm point man here and you guys were stacked behind me, you can get anywhere you want to watch me. I would actually do this corner first.
Okay.
All right. So the basics of room clearing is that each person takes a corner, and you don't fuck around by getting distracted with anyone else's corner. So everyone come in the room for a second. All right, and watch me. I'll make kind of slow entry. So I'm going in. The second I clear this fatal funnel, in this brief split second, the only responsibility I have in the world is making sure there's not a guy crouched right here. That's all I'm doing. The second I figure that out, I mean, if I figure it out here or if I figure it out face to wall, it doesn't matter. The second you figure out that that's clear, you don't even have to call it because that's your fucking job. Unless you die, then you can call it if somebody really is right there. The second you do that, you're now looking towards that corner. So you're clearing the walls and corners first.
Where I am right now.
Exactly.
So that's your 1-2.
Unless there's a guy literally right here who wasn't in your corner but is still looking right at you, I mean, that's technically in your view. Unless there was a guy right here, even if you think you see somebody right here where I am, even if you think out of your peripheral vision you see that person, do not fucking shoot at him yet. You cleared this corner over here. Now, you don't actually, in a room this small, I mean, we're using guns, not swords. So in a room this small, you don't actually have to literally run over here before you clear the middle of the room. But these corners are your absolute responsibility. The second you clear those, then you can look at the rest of the room.
Start panning.
And especially if you're more than two-person stack and you're the point man, you don't want to stop right here. So if you clear this corner and you clear that corner, but you're only right here, you still want to keep moving as you clear the middle of the room because that gives everyone else room to go.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So I don't care if you button hook or if you do it my way.
Now let's do it your way.
If you're point man, you don't ask anyone else. You don't even have to say, I'm going left. That's fucking noob video game bullshit. You just go the way you need to go. And that's why it's so important for the follow-up man to go the opposite direction.
So the second guy
Completely
should be the hook.
opposite.
Completely opposite, and I don't care if the point man floats to the ceiling like a faggot fairy. You go down through the floor.
So second guy button hooks. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
The second guy then button hooks.
Okay.
Right? And your only responsibility is this corner once you do that. And then you look down the wall to the other corner, of course. Third guy. And, of course, just like the point guy, as soon as you clear this other corner, you need to be kind of moving down the wall as well, just to give room. And that's why I wanted at least 4 people to do this, because it just makes so much more sense. So the third guy coming in, what he would do, again, come in and get out of the fatal funnel. And then the third guy, as long as he's out of the fatal funnel, he can stop in this corner or be a little bit off it. Just whatever's not bunching up the point guy, the first number 1 man, right?
So they're not going in, though, because by that time, everyone else is in, clearing the room. They're just popping in, getting out of the way, and then shooting whatever's left.
Well, everybody's coming in, though.
Yeah.
I know the last guy, though. He gets in and stops, and then... that what you're saying?
Well, this is all
no,
seamless. It takes a longer time for him to explain, but as
yeah,
soon as
yeah,
like
yeah.
the point man is here and looking at this corner, the guy should have already button hooked and have cleared
Yeah, the
this
second
corner.
guy. I
Yeah.
thought you were talking about the third guy.
No,
Okay.
everybody does it, even the fourth guy. And
So what's the
here's
third guy do?
Third guy does the same thing. The third guy comes in and follows the first guy, the point.
First guy. Okay.
So it's basically, in a nutshell, everybody's just alternating. That's all it is. Alternating directions through the door.
Like a zipper, unzipping.
Right. And the third and fourth guy are pretty important also, because if this first and second guy are still clearing corners,
Sorry.
they're the ones who can come in. They already know this corner is clear. The third guy does, because the first guy cleared it. Does that
Yeah.
make sense? So
Yeah.
you don't have to spend too much time looking at it. You can, in fact, immediately come in and be looking at the center of the room.
Mm-hmm.
So if there was a guy right smack dab in the center, first and second guys are starting to clear their corners. He's lifting his gun up. Third guy comes in, zaps him as he's making entry.
Which is all within about a second, not even.
Yeah, I mean, if
Well,
you
we'll
see
see how
guys-
fast we can get in there.
Yeah, if you see guys do this in real life, I mean, you're even looking at the video, you're looking at the door, you know it's coming, and all of a sudden, like, third guy's muzzle's pointed right at you. It's incredible.
Yeah.
If you're in the middle of the room.
That's
I
the
mean,
point of
you-
like stacking up so hard. You're just like literally grabbing their chest rig, like a
Exactly.
chain getting pulled in.
Right. So anyways, enough talking. You guys want to just kind of do this just to see how it looks?
Let's see how much we stumble and let's see what happens here.
So I'll be point man,
You'll be point.
just to make it easy.
I can't turn quick, so
Yeah,
I'm
you
gonna
should,
go
you should be
first or
back.
third.
I'll go third. Sab, you're the 249. You definitely
I gotta
Sec-
go first or third because I can't turn quick. And Chuck doesn't.
Okay, then you go third and I'll go last. Yep, that'll work.
Chuck doesn't hook it. Yeah.
Fire speed.
Okay.
Are you guys stacked pretty tight against me?
Are you aiming?
No, I'll just hit fire.
Okay.
Medium speed.
Okay, so what's important is how do you guys want to do this? Do you want the point man to ask if everyone's ready, or do you want like the last guy to say we're good to go?
If we're stacked up, I think.
You should just say stack.
Yeah, you say stack, and then the last guy says go. In my opinion. So you call for a stack,
Stack?
and then I'll say go when it's ready. So let's actually break the stack. Let's actually come back here.
Let's walk all the way back here. Yeah.
Where you
We'll
going?
See a door. where
Sab's
there's
like
fire.
over there. He's like, nah, man. Alright, so we're like coming around here. We know we gotta take this shit.
So I'll say
Alright,
door on the
let's
left.
Yep.
So Sab is second. Brett, you're third.
Yep.
Right,
Well,
stack.
let's see how fast we
Let's
can
go.
do it without.
Call for
Come
the
back.
stack.
Come back.
Come back.
So
Okay,
let's
so
just be in random positions. Then he says it, and let's see what happens.
all right, ready?
Yeah.
So we're moving up. We're covering the hallway, and I say door left. Stack up.
Okay.
Stacked. Ready.
Moving.
Oh, Sab, you had to go the other way.
Yep.
And you blocked my ass.
Alright, let's try it again,
I was supposed
everybody.
to button hook?
That's
Yep.
yeah.
You're number
Oh,
two, man.
I was
Second
paying
guy.
attention to point man.
You think
Wow.
you tough? Yeah,
Wow.
it's every other guy. Alright, so same thing. Get ready for the call.
Okay, moving up. Door on the left. Let's stack up.
Stacked.
Moving. Good.
Alright. That's
Good.
pretty
Good. Who's this right here?
Me.
sweet. Damn.
Okay. Brett, I would say for a room this short, maybe stop right here.
Okay.
Because I stopped only right here and you were a little close to me. But honestly, it didn't. It's
It's
not.
probably just because I had my shotgun.
Yeah. All right, let's see you guys do it with the three-person.
Alright, yep.
Yeah, if I didn't have
Shoot.
shotgun, I probably would have stopped farther out there.
So Sab
Oh,
will
yeah,
be.
shotgun. Okay, that makes
Hold on.
sense.
So
All right,
Brett.
so I have to go second.
Well, no. Second is the hook.
Or
you can't,
first.
You can't
Okay,
be
I'll
the
go
hook.
first.
Yeah, you need to be first. Sab is second, so he's doing the same thing, and I'm following point. Alright, so.
All right, so for this first time, don't shoot at me. I just want to see you guys come
Just
in.
lay down.
Okay.
If you can do that.
I
Alright.
just want to see you come in.
Alright, we're walking around, clearing hallway.
Stack.
Ready.
Go.
Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. Not bad.
Alright, let's do it one more time. Hey!
Yeah.
Ow! That was fun.
And honestly, whoever's medic should be last.
That's why I'm last.
Yep, that makes sense. And also,
Purpose.
another reason to get in the door quick is because with only 4 of us, I don't want the last man turned around on rear security. So once we get in our stack, we don't really have a rearward facing person.
Right.
Okay.
Because the rear person needs to know when everyone else is going and file in with them.
Mm-hmm.
So let's do another just run with 4 people with me.
Okay.
Actually, I won't be point. Somebody else be point man. Whoever hasn't done it yet.
I can do it since the medic thing doesn't matter right now.
Sure.
All right, we're coming around, checking the hallway. Room on left stack.
Go.
Good. How'd that seem?
That felt pretty good. Why
Man,
is
we
it-
got kind of stuck.
Little
To be
choke
honest.
in the door.
Yeah.
What
Okay.
happened? Was it
I
me?
was watching from behind. No, just that everyone.
Okay.
Oh, no,
let's-
I
You know, game speed. It's slow. It's slow.
Yeah, there'll be some latency issues trying to bump and grind through here, but
well that
So
when
try it again.
the latency is going to
person-
be on their
the
screen
person
too.
turning got stuck.
yeah that was me
Okay.
because I stopped and popped.
I'll be 4th person.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Clearing hallway.
Third, Sab, you second.
Room on left. Stack.
Go.
Now you got to move farther up, Ilya, a little bit, right?
You yeah, a little bit, but your body ended up in front of me and I couldn't move.
Oh yeah. Point guy, just make sure you give him enough room.
Yeah.
Even if you cleared your corners and
I
you're
think I should end up like here.
Well, I think the point man ends up here and you stay. I think third guy would end up a little bit further back here, right? To keep field of view open. Or how are you doing that, Chuck? Like the point man, the furthest he should go up in the first few seconds. Once this corner over here is clear,
yeah.
how far up would he go as of right now?
It's
It's gonna
every
be,
room is different. The
yeah.
point is to go up as much as it's going to give the rest of the team room and to spread everyone out.
Map's
Okay.
about to end.
You
Yeah.
can't rehearse all of it. You just need to be aware of the room size and to give the people coming behind you more space.
Yep.
All right, so let's run it with you 3, and I'm going to be in a different position or a different corner, and take me out as soon as you see me. But hold on a second. But we're going to be really strict about this one. So if I'm not, even if you pretty much see me, but you know for a fact that I'm not in your area of responsibility, then hold off on shooting me.
I mean, how far does that extend? Like, if I go in first, obviously I'm going to see the guy right in front of me quickly.
Yeah.
Then I'll turn left. If there's no one at that corner, I'm going to fire at the guy in the middle.
Oh, sure. If you've cleared your corners, you can look anywhere you want.
Okay.
So,
So, So Sab
if
is
I
going to be
s-
the hook guy second. All right, cool.
yeah.
Brett, you're going to
So-
be point man this time, right? Since you can't turn that much.
Okay.
So
Are
you-
we shooting you?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We only have about 30 seconds on this
All right, let's go.
map. All right.
Okay.
Stack.
Ready?
Cool.
Yep. That was actually
Okay.
pretty good. That felt good.
All right, let me ask, though, and be honest. Did second man shoot me?
Yeah.
No.
Did you even get a shot off? First guy shot.
Oh, I wasn't going to shoot. I was just watching you guys.
Oh, I was
I'm-
first.
I'm
I
gonna
shot
shoot
you.
regardless.
Yeah.
Sab's like,
So
I'm
shoot
on
in the
2 phone
corner,
9. I don't care.
Along the wall to the second corner, and then spray the area.
Right, so the critique was if second person shot me, you were wrong.
I was first.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
you were right. I was your target.
All right.
Why did this end so fast?
Just
We had flags.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we
shouldn't
shouldn't
have
have
capped
capped, and it's not gonna be this map again. Should we leave?